Hi, if you enjoyed our video on easy restaurant marketing tips, then stay tuned and listen to the next episode. We are providing you with even more easy to implement low cost and no cost strategies to really get your marketing firing for your venue. Now, if you've always been interested in starting your own cafe or restaurant, or indeed you already have a cafe and restaurant and you're interested in really growing your sales, make sure you subscribe. Press the bell and receive notifications every time we post a new video. From Food Marketing. I'm a food consultant based in Sydney, Australia. Over the years, I've literally worked with hundreds of cafes and restaurants to truly skyrocket their sales. So if you're keen to know how you can increase sales in your business with particular regards to implementing no-cost and low-cost strategies, stay tuned. With most of the world in lockdown at the moment, our cafes and restaurants are really under pressure. So stay tuned. What we've done is we've created even more low-cost and no-cost marketing strategies that are easy for you to implement with your cafe and restaurant to really increase sales. Okay, our top 5 easy to implement marketing strategies. Number 1 is strengthen your online presence. Now, it amazes me these days that a lot of cafes and restaurants still don't have any type of landing page or website. It is absolutely essential in today's digital world. This is how people who are have not previously come to your venue, they're not current customers, this is how they're going to find you. Now, they're going to find you through a few ways: through social media, a website or a landing page, or looking and reading and engaging with reviews. Now, let's just talk about your website for the moment. There's a couple of things you need to do. A very simple website or landing page is all you need. You need to have your contact details, location details, and details about your current menu, any promotions you're running or anything like that. Now, what you really need to do is make sure that this website is optimized for mobile. It's absolutely essential, with the majority of bookings for restaurants and cafes made from a mobile or handheld device. Now, second of all, you really need to engage with a social media platform. Only choose one. If social media is not your bag, and there are a lot of operators that really struggle with social media, just choose one and do it well. Now, the tip is you really need to engage, and in terms of engage, it's just not posting random pretty pictures and images. You need to have a call to action. You need to have an image for attention, or even better, a video, and you need to decide what your call to action is. What is it that you are actually wanting customers to do? So it's a great way of offering promotions to your followers that they then redeem in-house. So you're driving traffic into your venue. Our third strategy is actually to strengthen your brand. Now, people mostly are mistaken and they think that their brand is actually their logo. Your logo, your business logo, is actually just one simple part of your brand. Your brand is actually your customer's perception of you. So it really is about your interior and exterior location. It's about the food you're producing. It's the level of service. It's your staff uniforms. It's your menu boards. It's the music you're playing. They all combine together. They're like pieces of a puzzle to create your brand. Now, when I talk about strengthening your brand, think of all of the touch points, customer touch points in your venue where your customer is coming in contact with your brand. It might be simple messaging, wayfinding strategies, where are the bathrooms, order here, pay there. It might be your actual branding on your menu. It might be communications about what's coming up, seasonal changes to the menu or events you're holding. Think of all the different areas of the business where customers are coming in contact with your brand, and make sure you strengthen it at every opportunity. Before we go on to tip number 4 and 5, make sure you put in the comments below what you're struggling with regards to your marketing. I know for a lot of people, they spend a lot of money on advertising, which personally I am not a fan of, unless you're doing very specific Facebook targeted advertising, and that's a whole nother video. So pop in the comments below and I'll see if I can answer any of your questions. What are your biggest marketing challenges for your venue? Okay, tip number 4 is reviews. Now, it is absolutely essential that you respond to all views, because every time you engage with a review, it's actually helping your rankings. So not only is it out of general politeness, you should respond to anyone who's taken the time to place a review, but also it's actually going to help you from SEO purposes. But reviews look, this is difficult. You really need to be proactively seeking views, but you also need to respond to reviews in a very strategic manner. Thank people for their time. If they've had a negative experience, you really need to show them that their thoughts and feelings have been acknowledged, they have been heard, and then you have an opportunity for service recovery. So use this opportunity to actually create a better image of your brand in that customer's mind. So ask them to come back in and seek you out personally so you can ensure that their next experience is going to be much better. So in terms of asking for reviews, I mentioned this on a previous video. If you don't ask, you don't get. Every time you see a customer has had a positive experience, particularly customers that you may have a bit of a rapport with, ask them for a review and actually explain to them, because the average person does not understand how reviews help you to be found when the industry is so competitive. Ask for the review and just explain to them for us to keep in the forefront of people's minds and to be found online. Rankings are really important and they really favour reviews, so ask for reviews. Okay, tip number 5, the final tip for this video, is about collaboration. Now this is a really interesting one, and yet again, it's not a lot of people are doing it. So when I talk about a collaboration, I'm talking about it can be something really simple. So say for example, you're a licensed venue, you can engage in some type of an event or a promotion with a winemaker. The reason why collaborations are so important is each of the venues or the businesses tap into each other's contacts and their tribe of loyal followers. So what you're actually doing is extending the reach of your brand, and you're tapping into a new market and getting your name out there. So let's use the example of a winemaker. One of my favorite local restaurants often has Meet the Winemaker dinners. You don't even have to have an event. What you can actually have is a menu where you've got matched wines over the course of a month. And during that month, you can have different dishes with the matching wines. Now, where it's really important and where you're going to get the most out of a promotion like this is if both businesses then reach out to all of their followers and promote whatever event or showcase that you're actually holding. And that is where you'll find yourself a whole lot of new customers. Don't forget, I know times are really tough for all food and bev venues at the moment. We have created our coronavirus action plan for restaurants. It's also appropriate for cafes. Have a look at the link down below and access your free action guide as we all start to reopen. It's going to be competitive. Numbers are down with social distancing, and for an industry that suffers from low margins, it's really hard to make a buck. So download that action guide and see if there are some interesting tips for you to help you not only survive but thrive during Corona times. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. It's been great having you. For more tips on how to grow sales within your cafe and restaurant and food business, make sure you follow us.